Let's revive this 20th anniversary bottle of Urban Decay Smog from 2016 and then swatch and compare it to the original Urban Decay Smog formula from 1996. To me, they're obviously very different colors, so I'm interested to see how they'll look on the nails. I'm usually reviving the older versions from Urban Decay, but this one from 2016 has lost most of its solvent through evaporation, so we're adding some thinner to get it back. The polish is still gummy though, so I don't think this will take too long, just a little mini revival. I mentioned that this was different from the 1996 version, and honestly, all 12 shades from that 2016 collection, where they relaunched the original 12 polishes, are completely different. This can get some viewers upset that they had the audacity to not perfectly match the shades, but keep in mind that they didn't have a single original bottle to base them on, and I doubt they expected a random neurodivergent woman with a hyperfixation to track these down. And I've had a ton of help from viewers too. I still need to find a bunch of the original vial-shaped bottles, but it's incredible how many we have collectively tracked down since I started these videos. But again, don't be upset about Urban Decay's reinterpretations. They had an archive fire years ago and lost what they had been storing. I also think the shimmer in this sort of mirrors Smog from the original Naked palette, which is now practically a vintage relic. Sorry millennial girlies, I said it. But 2016 Smog is now revived, so let's swatch it. This version goes on really solidly. I had a little too much on the brush, so I had to do some extra swipes. Despite being on the thicker side, it did dry down pretty well. Now the second coat for me was a bit more trying. There, for some reason, was a small but hard sort of pebble in there. I'd usually attribute it to being a chunk of undissolved pigment, but that wasn't it. I got this bottle secondhand though, so I have no idea how that was in there. It threw me though, so my brush strokes are not as symmetrical as I like them to be. We'll get some top coat on it though and inspect my manicure under brighter lighting. And here it is. It really is a gorgeous shade, though it reminds me more of a crushed brown velvet and not so much a polluted city skyline. It would have sold more in 2016 though, so you have to keep that in mind. Now let's go ahead and swatch the original from Urban Decay's 1996 launch. You'll notice that this one has a more olive brown undertone instead of being a neutral brown, and it has a very finely milled coppery pink shimmer instead of the gold shimmer of the 2016. It's giving more of a grungy city vibe, which was their whole theme in 1996. In most indoor lighting though, you mainly see the base color. The shimmer in this is very subtle. I did get a compliment on my nails though while wearing this. My barista said, "I like your nails," and I replied, "Thanks, they're famous on the internet," and we both laughed and I took my drink and I left. I love the absurdity of saying that, and it's even better when there's no follow-up questions. But I'd love to know which Smog of the two you prefer. Are you feeling the deep brown with noticeable gold shimmer, or the more grungy olive brown with subtle pink shimmer? If I was to reimagine this, I'd be using the base color of the original, but I'd make the shimmer more sparky for 2026. Let me know your thoughts, and if you haven't already, be sure to follow or subscribe for more vintage nail content. Thanks so much for watching.